What is going on, my Purpe fam? Guys, we are having some great price action in the land of Purpe and the land of Solana. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what is going to happen, what is going on. I think the beginning or the week that leads us into the new year is coming up. We are on the 28th of December, and I think that we are going to be able to get out of 2025, get out of the bearish year for the memes, for Solana, for some of these layer ones, for some of these altcoins. They just haven't had a good year, right? They haven't had a good 2025 like we thought. Bitcoin has, and has had a decent 2025. Ethereum, I think, has had a decent 2025. But Solana and Solana's meme coins have just not had that decent year. So I think that we are going to see some of the tides change. I think that we're going to get a little bit more bullish, a little bit more decent, a little bit more bullet, upward action. And so that is going to be very, very positive. So if we look at Purpe, we're back at 2533, $10.67 million market cap, liquidity 689.7, circulating supply 420.66, holders 46.8. So, what we are seeing in the land of Purpe is, I told you guys, this thing was going to break out. This is very, very bullish. This thing was going to break out of the falling channel, kind of break out of the cup. So what it did is it broke out, tagged this just like I said, came back down, flipped this into support, and now we are opening up green. So that is very, very positive. I think that by us doing that, flipping that into support, opening up green, it is going to be a start of a more bullish time for Purpe. I think we're going to start seeing a little bit better and more bullish things. Right here, as you can see, it rejected this major area back in here. So if we can kind of come back, flip that, continue the green, and come back up, we are looking at even a more bullish sentiment for Purpe. And if Solana can continue to work its way up, we are looking at a really, really positive time for crypto, for Purpe. Look at that. Bitcoin is at 89,000. Ethereum over 3,000 again. BNB 868. XRP 189, Solana 128. I think Solana went to 130. So I think the money that was from gold and silver and platinum and those precious metals, I think is going to start trickling over into the crypto markets. Everyone keeps saying that we really need to kind of come back up and hit between like 107 and 109 to be able to kind of test that number and to be able to hit the 200-day moving average. So if we can do that, if we can hit the 200-day moving average, and Solana can start working its way up, you best believe that Purpe can start working its way up. And I think that we are going to see some very, very bullish sentiment. So that is kind of what we're watching for. If we can continue to make green and break the top of this red, meaning if we can kind of get back to the 2.7s and we can close that we can close that candle. Let's see. That's the daily candle. Look at the 4-hour candle. Let's see what we can see in the 4-hour candle. So the 4-hour candle, we broke out. We kind of are coming back to test this. So we tested it. We broke to the upside. Now we're kind of testing it again. So we really, really need to keep the 2.5s. If we can't keep the 2.5s, we might be coming back down. Let's see. Where's the next level? Maybe I mean the 2 4s on the 4 hour. So if we can't go to 2 5s, we might go back to 2 4s. But I think we are. I think we're gonna see the kind of the shoulder, the head, and the shoulder. And I think we're gonna see an upward momentum, upward action. This is very, very bullish, very, very positive. We're keeping like kind of like this line, and then now what we're doing is we're making a an upwards trend, right? So we got the trend line right here, and the bullish thing is we're making this upwards trend right here, very, very nicely. So as long as we continue, which means that we need to break higher. um and you got to think, since we're paired with Solana, it doesn't all have to be Perpe. I was looking at the buys and sells, and most of the price action really came from Solana for some of this upward trajectory and upward trends. There have been a couple good buys. I think there was like a $3,000 buy earlier today, and so there are a couple good buys. But as long as Solana moves up, then more money is going to flow into the ecosystem. Naturally, the price is going to go up, and then people are going to take that Solana, look for those nice plays such as Perpe, and they're going to get a solid position, and they're going to wait. They're going to wait and wait and wait. When they have a goal, and then at that goal, then they're going to slowly DCA out. So that's probably going to be I would say probably not until at least Q2, Q3 that I really believe that the DCAing out should even be considered. Not financial advice, just my opinion. If all you need is double your money, that's what you need. But I think a lot more money than we can ever imagine is going to be flowing into this market. I think a lot more money than we can imagine is going to be flowing into Solana, flowing into Perpe. And I think we can see 1 billion. I think we can easily see, 500 million, 750 million, 1 billion, and even upwards. And once we already got the eyes, we already got the community, we already got, of course, the people that what's up, Purple Music, Purple Pepe Music, what's going on? So we already got the people. And so the good thing is back in we're gonna be back in the bullish markets, in my opinion. I think that, like I said, 2025 was not so well for Solana like I thought it was gonna be. So unfortunately, it wasn't so well for a lot of these meme coins. But I think we're going to get a little bit better, what's it called? Action when it comes to meme coins and to the Solana ecosystem. So let's take a look at some other stuff. So we got crypto in general. Look at that. We have the fear and greed. It's coming back up. We're at 30. I think it was at like 21 and 27. Then 30. We still got a lot of the money coming into Bitcoin. A lot of the money, yes, it was. We pushed pretty hard, and there was not, in my opinion, Solana wasn't doing well, so none of these meme coins were really gonna do well. There's nothing much anybody can really do about that, right? You gotta have a good market to be able to run a good coin. It's just the way it is. It's the way that the way the game works. So Solana's not doing well, and you have a project built on Solana, more than likely you can start off good, but it's not going to go well after the first little bit. And we've seen that time and time again from a lot of these projects. So, I'm just kind of a Perpe Maxi right now. Just kind of sitting there. It seems like it's the meme coin of Facebook. Everybody on Facebook, they talk about Perpe. They talk about how well they think it's going to do. I think it's going to do well. And it takes a lot of money to run a coin. So, but we have, like I said, the fear slightly leaving the market. We still got a little bit of fear. We're still in the orange, but then we have the yellow and the green, and then we have altcoins. A lot of the Bitcoin is taking the money, and then the average RSI. So right now we're getting a little bit more buying. We're getting a little bit more buying. Purpe on Solana. Yes, Purpe is on Solana. And as you can see, it has had a rough year. Kind of it had that spike, and then it's kind of been downward, 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 and it finally broke. The bullish thing about this is it finally broke this long trend from last December. Wait, am I saying that right? No, no, not last December. Sorry. Not last December. That's the okay. I was thinking we were on the daily 4 hour from earlier on this month, pretty much. It had a let's go to the daily. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so here's the one I thought we were on. So it's been on this. It had a nice spike, came down, nice spike, came down, littler spike came down, littler spike came down. So right now we're in this major falling wedge, right? Major falling wedge. And so, but most of the time in crypto and investments, you need about a year for the bears. The bears are entitled to a year. That's how it's worked. That's how it's played out. And so I think 2025 for Solana, for crypto, meme coins, not necessarily Bitcoin, but for altcoins, meme coins, it's been very bearish in my opinion. And we can clearly see, we have Facebook groups. We have Facebook groups right here, and it's been very, very bearish. So, yes. So, as we can see, we have. Let's see. Let's go ahead and refresh this real quick. Let's see. So we have the a Q1 was negative 11%, Q2 29%, Q3 up 6%, Q4 negative 22%. That's actually not a good year. I mean, even in the other years, we have like 2020, we have 1083 negative, and then look, we had positive 42, positive 17, and positive 168. Let's see. Let's go to Ethereum. We have positive 69, positive 59, positive 104, positive 31, positive 22. So for this 29%, that's not that great, to be honest. So I think one red, two green. So one red, I think we're gonna get two green, and yeah. So I think this is definitely going to play out very nicely in 2026. I think a lot of people that have lost money, as long as you kind of have held or you regained your position, I think is going to be very, very bullish with that. And with that being said, I'm pretty excited to see what is to come. I think the precious metal investments, or like silver, gold, they've been doing very well, and I think that we have been waiting for these rate cuts. We are having the tax returns come in. We are having the supposedly the dividend checks coming. So I think a lot of people are going to start putting money back into the markets, back into crypto, and so yep, it's I'm pretty excited. Got back in the Billy Club for Purpe, and so I'm just holding. I'm just gonna hold. Who made your Purpe pendant? Oh, this one. I got this one when I first. Well, I've had this one for a while. I just never wore it. But yeah, Jeff made this one for me a while ago. Kind of took me a little bit to get, but finally got it. So, and actually, I didn't even order it. He just kind of sent it to me and told me to pay for it. So, yeah, so that's how that came about. But yeah, so, but you know what? It is going to be something that I'm gonna rock, because if Purpe does what I think it's gonna do, hey, I am excited to see what is gonna happen with that. So that's going to be pretty exciting. Pretty exciting stuff. So we have, let's see what's going on in the world of the X. So we got 12.7 thousand people on the X for Purpe following. And let's see what we got. So I haven't updated in a couple days, but have some good stuff on here. So it's crazy. So ChatGPT created this image using the subjects I've inputted over the past year. It was spot on. So you have Wall Street bets, you have Bitcoin money, you have VIP, you have Normie, you have Purpe, you have other meme coins, and so Jeff seems nice. Oh man, I mean, sure. So we got that coming up. And then you have It's Coming. So, guys, I really do. I think it's coming. I think Purpe has been very, very undervalued for a while. And I think that we are about to get some major, major things happening for Solana and for Purpe and for everything in general. And let's see. Where we got. So yeah, Solana's still at 128.67, so it's up about 3.67% for the 24 hours, 1.81% for the hour, and it is something that like I said, people are thinking that we're going back to about 107 to 109 for Bitcoin, and people are saying so I think if that happens, I think Solana could go back to 150, maybe even 200. So what could happen is Bitcoin might hit that maybe 109 and then start to come down a little bit, and the money will start flowing into the altcoins, and then we can kind of see a altcoin season. So if we see an altcoin season, that is going to be very, very positive. That's going to a lot of people have been waiting in altcoins for a while, and I think some of these altcoins can 20, 50, 100x. So that's pretty exciting stuff. I mean, the 100x something would be absolutely amazing. So I'm excited about that. So right now, just find the conviction play. For me, it's Purpe, and just buy DCA, HODL. Not financial advice, but yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing. So hopefully you guys have had a great weekend. Hopefully you guys had a good Christmas, and New Year's is right around the corner. So hopefully you guys are having a great or have some fun plans for New Year's. And that is all she wrote for tonight. So anyway.